Okay. I'm going to have to ask you a very awkward question.
Who?
Somebody, all of you all, somebody has stolen my pen. I can't find my pen, the pen I write with. So
Thor has it.
Thor doesn't have it. Please.
Hulk.
Hulk doesn't have it
It's
either.
in your pocket. It's in your pocket.
That may be true. Chalo. Let's move on. Who's got the first
I
question?
have a topic. My question is, so last time New Zealand came to India for an ODI series, it was a close series. India won 3-2. Since then, India has been very dominant. Now New Zealand are back again. So will this be India's toughest challenge at home?
Because
in
of
a
the
while?
last series.
Yeah, because of the last series and because New Zealand have Mitchell Santner and a few other players who do well in the subcontinent. They have decent spinners. So will they be India's hardest challenge?
Well, they're always one side you can count on to punch above their weight, aren't they, New Zealand? Pushed India a lot further last time than their more accomplished neighbours Australia did in the recent ODI series. And with the Sri Lanka side suffering their worst ever year in ODIs up next, New Zealand could well be India's trickiest opposition this home season.
Three-match series is always tricky.
An underrated side, no? Aren't they?
They always are the underdogs. Doesn't matter what tournament they play, and they
World
always
Cup
do well.
semi-finalists almost every time.
I mean, in ICC tournament, their record is as good as anyone. They'll be a good team. I think three-match series makes it a little bit tricky. If they can win the first one, India will be under a bit more pressure. I don't think India has been. India
how will they
played really
manage?
well, but they haven't been under too much pressure.
I think current form of India is terrific. You know, they've beaten Australia, they've won in Sri Lanka 5-0. So, you know, in these conditions, I don't think New Zealand might threaten India.
Last time that this series happened, the one Dustin points out, where India just pipped them 3-2, Amit Mishra was India's standout performer. It's been a long time. Well, but the fact remains that Amit Mishra was beating the New Zealanders by this much, you know, through the course of that series. After the Australia series, the way Chahal and Kuldeep are bowling two wrist spinners, again it'll be a real
With their
test.
tails up and
It'll be a test of New Zealand's ability to play two wrist spinners.
So who opens now for New Zealand?
Colin Munro perhaps with Martin Guptill is likely. So Ajit's right.
Is that a good idea, Amol? Your big hitter at the top?
I think Martin Guptill, you know, is a good player. I think a lot revolves around him. First game is very crucial for New Zealand in a three-match series. So if they can win at Wankhede, then they'll put India under pressure.
Pitch usually at Wankhede is pretty good. I mean, we've had a lot of rain around, so it's anybody's guess. But you'd think if it's a good batting pitch, it gives New Zealand the best chance to play well.
So what about their bowling? Should
Yeah,
we bother at
I
all?
think we have to talk about Santner. I think he's statistically in the last 2 years the most
this
successful
format,
finger spinner. I mean, there are wrist spinners who have done better. So he's the one finger spinner who seems to be able to keep control in ODIs. He even bowls sometimes towards the death, like between 40 and 44. So he's somebody who India have to think about and how they're going to try to counter him, because he's tough to get away. He may not be a wicket taker, but he keeps the runs down.
Mitchell Santner's numbers are extraordinary in T20Is in India, including a career best 4 for 11 that stunned the hosts in the opening game of the 2016 World T20. His numbers in ODIs may not stand out as much, but he does keep things quiet. Considerably quiet. So, can Santner, along with New Zealand's battery of fast bowlers, Southee, Bolt, Henry and Milne, stop the Indian juggernaut?
That's exactly the thing. I mean, Santner might do a role, but if the seamers don't get wickets, that role will be limited. I mean, as well as he has done in recent time. Yeah, the seamers will hold the key. If they can get the top 2 or 3 out for India, that's where India is a little bit
Bolt and
vulnerable.
Southee have played so much IPL, they're almost Indians.
And also New Zealand A over here, you know, in the last month, 4 or 5 players from the New Zealand A side have been drafted into the New Zealand side.
They will miss Mitchell McClanahan, who may not be talked
whatever
about
reason
now.
has decided
No,
not to play.
in the subcontinent, McClanahan has stood out as one of the bowlers who finds a way to
And
get
he knows
wickets.
Wankhede, by the way, very
And
well.
he's played more IPL than these two.
And they'll need wicket takers. I don't think they can stop this Indian team if they don't get wickets.
So I think that, as Ajit said, you know, fast bowlers is their strength. And if they can pick up wickets early, then they'll put India under pressure.
So come on, now call the series. I love calling the series before the series. What is the scoreline, Ajit?
2-1.
2-1. Amol?
3-0.
3-0 India. No question. Chandru?
I think 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, I think India will win 2-1.
Everybody's saying 2-1. Tanveer?
India 2-1.
India will win 3-0.
3-0 or 2-1. Nobody's going against.
The beautiful part is, like Ajit Amol said, 3 ODI series, this one and Sri Lanka. This is the kind of series that ODI cricket will eventually get into once the league starts. So it gives the visiting team their best chance if they can spring one surprise.
I think it will be 0-2 with one rained out New Zealand. Alright? That's my decision.